Hi everyone! Welcome to our yearly educational tour. Inside our bus, I'm with my friends, schoolmates, classmates, parents, and teachers. Selfie time before the tour. Selfie, selfie, selfie. Hi Ma'am Amor, my advisor. First stop, AFP. Good morning everyone. This is our educational tour 2024. We're in the AFP, Armed Forces of the Philippines. And now we're entering the AFP field. I saw the airplane. It's so huge. Oh, it's a helicopter. Now we're entering the AFP Museum. There's so many displays. It's very interesting. Let's sit and wait for a while. Let's listen to him.
Hi! Good morning and welcome to AFP Museum, guys. By the way, magpapakilala muna ako. Ako po si Kuya Ray, aka Kuya Kim, at sa dulo ay ako, Kuya Kim Bot at your service, no? So,
Yes, you heard it right. Kuya Kim Bot as
So, are we all ready to listen? Okay, so good morning din po sa mga guardians and faculty members. Welcome po sa inyo sa AFP Museum. Okay, first, food and drinks is not allowed inside AFP Museum, especially chewing gum or bubble gum. If you have chewing gum on your mouth, I'm sorry to tell you, please dispose it now. Why? Minsan na kasi may kumakain ng chewing gum nung nawala ng lasa, idinikit pa naman sa display namin, original pa man display, nasira po ito kaya simula nun, ipinagbawal po namin ang may kumakain ng chewing gum sa loob. Ganito na lang po ang tip sa mga kumakain dyan. Kumuha po kayo ng tissue paper.
And now we're inside the museum. Give us a salute. The AFP Museum is a military museum located within the premises of Camp Aguinaldo in Quezon City, Philippines. Inside the museum, we can see many displays and collections. There are also dioramas and paintings from different war times, and artwork and scale models of uniforms of the various Philippine forces throughout history. Among its collections are infantry guns, rifles, mortars, and various war equipment. The museum offers a rare glimpse into the life of the Filipino soldier from the Spanish period up to the modern times. The AFP Museum offers a rare view into the military history of the Philippines. The museum is divided into several milestones related to the history of the armed forces of the Philippines, as well as to organizations that helped shape the Philippines' policy on national defense. The armed forces of the Philippines, being the protector of the people, plays a crucial role in preserving peace and harmony by defending the country against terrorism and other forms of threats, whether or civilian or military nature. Let's take more pictures for memories. We were able to try riding a helicopter. It was so much fun and great experience.
This day, tapos yun, tas magandang maganda na yung sila tapos.
Okay, thank you po. Say thank you po. Oh, say thank you po. Yung whistle, try the whistle. Very good. Thank you po.
Second stop, Museo ni Manuel L. Quezon. Built in 1979 and modernized in 2015. Museo ni Manuel Quezon is a mausoleum that contains the remains and memorabilia of the father of Quezon City, the first president of the Commonwealth, Manuel Luis Quezon. Galleria 1, Kabataan ni Manuel. Quezon's youth in valor, his education, role in the revolution, and return to civilian life. Galleria 2, mga unang taon sa serbisyo publiko. Gallery 2, early political career of Quezon while the Philippines was under American rule. Galleria 3, Pamahalaang Commonwealth. Gallery 3, Quezon's Presidency of the Commonwealth. Galleria 4, ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig sa Pilipinas. Galleria 5, Pamana. Gallery 5, The Death and Legacy of Manuel Luis Quezon. Third stop, Presidential Car Museum. Emilio Aguinaldo, Manuel Quezon, Jose Laurel and Sergio Osmeña. Manuel Rojas, Elpidio Carino, Ramon Magsaysay, Diosdado Macapagal, Ferdinand Marcos, Corazon Aquino, Fidel Ramos, Joseph Estrada, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Other special cars. Fourth stop, DOST PVOX. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PVOX, is a service institute of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, that is principally mandated to mitigate disasters that may arise from volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunami, and other related geotectonic phenomena. A leading global science and technology institution of empowered men and women helping develop communities safe from and resilient to volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, and other related hazards. Let's watch the presentation.
An earthquake is a lead to violent shaking of the ground produced by the sudden movement of rock materials below the Earth's surface. It is recorded by an instrument called seismograph.
Earthquakes can be characterized as tectonic and volcanic. Tectonic earthquake is produced by sudden movement along fault and plate boundaries. Volcanic earthquake is induced by the rising or movement of magma.
In 2013, a tectonic earthquake was generated by North Bohol Fault and was felt in Bohol, leaving more than 200 people dead. Whereas a volcanic earthquake can occur before and during a volcanic eruption of a volcano. It made a 9.5 magnitude, known to be the largest and most powerful in the world.
Intensity is the strength of an earthquake as perceived and felt by people in a certain locality. It is a numerical rating based on the relative effects of people, objects, environment, and structures around.
The intense danger is higher near the epicenter.
Oh no! Earthquake!
The intensity of an earthquake is determined using the People's Earthquake Intensity Scale.
An average of 12 earthquakes is recorded daily in the Philippines, but most of these seismic activities are not felt and can only be detected by a seismograph. Ground shaking can cause damage or collapse of structure because it can cause hazards such as liquefaction and landslide. Liquefaction is a phenomenon wherein sediments, especially near bodies of water, behave like liquid similar to quicksand. Its effects can be observed in structures such as sinking and tilting buildings above it, sand oil, and fissuring. Apart from ground recent occurrences of highly devastating natural hazards and potential for world's potential.
There's a tsunami.
Injuries and general damage to buildings, properties, infrastructure, and rarely happens, but the threat is ever present, particularly in coastal areas. And when it strikes, its impact is enough to damage communities and shatter the lives of many. Billy Trench, East Zone Trench, Manila Trench, Nichols Trench, Sioux Trench, and Colorado Trench. Tsunami is a Japanese word meaning harbor wave. While most people associate tsunamis with tidal waves and storm surges, it has nothing to do with that. The underwater earthquake can produce tsunami waves that can travel a great distance with immense strength. Tsunamis can also be produced by other phenomena. Most commonly, tsunamis can be created by underwater landslides, infrequently by underwater volcanic eruptions, and very rarely by large meteorite impacts in the ocean. In
Earthquake or tsunami, especially active or
Okay, what's your name po, ate? Okay, thank you, Zoe, for that very wonderful question. So, sabi ni Zoe, what do we do if there is an earthquake and if there's a tsunami as kids? As kids, tinuturo po natin sa schools every time pag nag-earthquake na tayo, you drop or duck, cover and hold. So, I now drop, cover and hold. So, kapag tinuturo natin sa schools, tayo ay pupunta sa ilalim ng ating mga upuan or chairs or sa ilalim ng matibay na lamesa. Ang cover natin, pag may cover yung ating lamesa, or kung wala tayong mapupuntahan or manunusutan na ilalim ng lamesa or chair, kailangan natin i-cover yung head at yung batok natin at the same time. So, our head and our nape, kasi it's very important that we cover our nape and head, kasi pag bumagsak yung mga mabibigat na bagay, very harmful, very harmful, delikado siya sa ating health. And hold, ibig sabihin po nung hold, hawakan natin yung paano ng ating mga arm chairs, kung meron tayong lulusutan natin sa ilalim. Or, kung wala naman, ay mag-hold lang tayo doon sa position natin. After ng malakas na lindol, pag wala tayong nalalaman ng ground shaking, we go out of our classrooms, our houses, immediately to an open area. Pwede parking lot, pwede sa tapat ng bahay, kung malawak ang bakuran, basta sa labas ng bahay, kailangan po natin lumabas. Basta kailangan po natin lumabas agad kung napasok ng isang malakas na lindol. Pwede po tayo mag-prepare ng ating mga go bags. It's a nice activity for family, so pwede natin doing with our kids. No, pwede tayo maglagay ng canned goods, mga pagkain, important documents, flashlight, gamot, yes, flashlights. Okay, here's someone has flashlights.
Let's go. Come here. So others can see also. Is it heavy? You try. Is it heavy? Is it heavy? Is it heavy? So let's go. It's working, see? remainder or the those active volcanoes. Active. Favorite mo si Ate Zoe.
So, yun pa yung sinasabi namin. So, sa mga movies po kasi medyo exage na kami. Perfect. Yay! Perfect now! Thanks! What again? Make it perfect! Service namin during the 1994 magnitude 7.1 earthquake and tsunami po sa Mindoro. So, ito po nakapin dito, ito po yung evidence ng mga waves. So, sa nalipad niyo po kanina, sinabi po, like tsunami, it is a series of waves. Hindi lang isa. So, yung first wave po is ito, tapos second wave, then the third wave. So, kung mapapansin niyo po, meron po siyang difference dun sa mga ating nalangay ng mga sand. So, yung sa baba po, first wave, meron po tayong mga brown, tapos second wave, meron po hangin. So, mag-reflect po yan kung gano'n kalakas yung wave. Mas malalaki dito sa first wave, mas malakas po yung impact ng first wave na. So, ito po yung geological evidence tsunami, doon sa Mindoro. Kanina, yung intensity. Ito yung PIIC. Great Intensity. So, doon sa mamaya, sa earthquake simulation natin, yung sa labas, yung makikita niyo po is after intensity 8. So, ito po yan. Very destructive. So, baka mapansin niyo mamaya na, ay, hindi na masyado malakas. Pero kasi, at least, hindi na nagalaw siya. Hindi naman natin alam kung may nang-feeling doon.
Yes, it's the interactive time.
Practice nyo na po yung gagawin. Then, last na po natin, is the land difficulty. So, ito po yung tsunami simulation natin. So, pag nagkaroon po tayo ng tsunami, yung wave height po, at saka yung speed po ng wave, pag nasa malayo pa po sa shore, nasa deep waters pa po, malipad po
The lady is explaining to us the rock transformation during the eruption.
So, lagi po natin natandaan yung tatlong types, shade, drop, or shade, lalo na po pag hindi na po kayo masyadong makakatayo. Then drop, so nakita niyo po na hindi na po makakatayo. Dapat po tayong permanent. Actually, sa third time, pero yung nakalista sa mga na-interview natin sa mga tsunami survivors, ang core po na sa office, nakatulad po nila siya sa facility ng service. Ang po ng helicopter, ng plane, so wala po kami definitely na ano po na fishing. Especially yung sa mga interview survivors.
Our experience in the earthquake simulator is scary and hope no more earthquake in the future.
Finish! Feeling. What's the feeling? You feel dizzy? No. How about you?
Dylan, he's super happy. Thank you, Pivox. It was an interesting and we had so much fun. Last stop, Pag-asa. This is the most anticipated activities from the tour. The Pag-asa Astronomical Observatory is located inside the campus of the University of the Philippines, Diliman, Quezon City, conducts stargazing and telescoping sessions to astronomy enthusiasts. We are so happy to see the moon clearly. It was superb experience. It's a memorable night. Thank you, Ma'am Cynthia, our principal, our teachers, our classmates, and our parents. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next tour.